can't have it just straight down?
Because that's the way I wear it.
No, because Cat's baby says you can't just have the point straight down.
Okay then.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Knot House podcast. This is podcast number what, Mom?
You said it's 30.
Oh, you said it was 30.
I did say it was 30.
First she said it was 29 and then she looked it up and it was 30. So,
I'm Cathy.
I'm Heather and we have the Knot House in Frederick, Maryland. So, thank you for watching. For those of you guys that have always watched us or are, watch us on a normal basis, you know that it's been a long time since we podcasted.
It's been a month.
It's been a month, and we've been trying not to go that long. I could make some excuses.
Well, it was Rhinebeck.
It was Rhinebeck, and then we had an event, and then both Mom and I got sick afterwards, so that took us a little bit of time. So, come on in, ladies.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good.
So, anyway, we're back, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Do we want to talk about, just real quick, I know Rhinebeck's over and we're on to November.
Well, the weather was beautiful at Rhinebeck.
It was. The leaves were gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I mean, it was a perfect weekend.
It was a perfect weekend, even though it did start to rain there on Sunday.
On Sunday, but it was gorgeous. It was good sweater weather, and we got to see a lot of people. A lot of people came up to us. We got to meet some other podcasters. We got to meet Caddy Jacks.
Yep, Caitlin and Jackie.
And Jackie.
Yeah.
And of course, Christina and Miriam were always fun.
We saw the Space Tricot ladies.
We did.
Yep. We met Denise.
Yes.
We met Denise from
Byron Handmade.
Yep. And we saw her at actually the Rhinebeck Bazaar.
Bazaar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess just to talk about the Rhinebeck Bazaar for just a minute, that was a crazy event. That was a really fun event. And I want to thank Kirsty Glass and Leah from the Knitting Garage for hosting that event and putting it on. I know it was a lot of work. It was a little chaotic in the beginning. I know I was a little stressed out. There was a little bit of a time crunch there at the end, but all in all, I mean, I thought it was a great event. I've heard nothing but really good things about it.
I've heard nothing
right?
but really good things.
And even though people had to wait in line, the line went forever, all day.
But everybody got to visit out in the line. I kind of missed that. We didn't get to do much visiting during the bazaar, but it was good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was kind of good because we did it and it was over. We didn't have to do it the next day.
Right, that's true.
We just kind of put whatever yarn was left over,
threw it in the
back of the car and said, "Okay,
we're done.
We're done with that." So, yeah, that was a good event. That was a lot of fun. And I want to thank everybody. If that was the first time that you saw my yarns, or you made a point to stop and get some of our yarns, then I really want to thank you. It means a lot. We did have the special colorway, the Rhinebeck colorway, and I'll just go ahead and say that I am officially not dyeing the Rhinebeck Love bus. It was, you have to kind of make something special, and it was special. I was really proud of that. And Leanne and Liz of Cocktail Hour at the Coop and Arrow Acres were a lot of fun, and they were just so thrilled to be there and have Leanne's logo for Rhinebeck and everything up everywhere. So
yeah, it was fun.
It was fun to. I was glad I did that, and I was glad that was the color that I came up with. There was no regrets on that one. So we went to Black Mountain the following weekend.
Middle of the week, truth be known about it. We left Wednesday morning.
Because it was a long way. I don't think we realized how long it was, how far it was.
I think I thought 6 hours instead of reality was 9.
Well, it was really more like 8 because we had to stop, and it wasn't really 9. So we went to Black Mountain, and that was a fun event. That was the Indie Extravaganza, and that was the first time that Donna
Has done that.
Yeah, the owner of Black Mountain has done that. And
She has a beautiful new shop.
yep, it is so spacious, and she's got such a great selection of yarns.
She does.
She's got great customers too. I think we got there Thursday, and we were setting up, and she had a group sitting down at the table,
Yes.
knitting in the back, and we got to to chat with them for a minute and sat up. Then we had 2 full days.
2 full days.
Yep.
Friday and Saturday.
And we met a lot of fun people. And then, of course, the vendors. She had a great selection of vendors. It was good to connect with everybody there, too.
It was. And I want to give a special shout out to the Native Fibers, to Megan and Caroline.
Now, Megan is the dyer, right?
Megan is the dyer.
She was so cute. She was the one that was just...
She was so bubbly and so beside herself.
Yeah.
And funny side note, they were out of hooks. And we had said that we had to go into Staples and
Print
print
out
some
something,
patterns.
yeah.
And she said, well, we have to go too. And I said, well, what are you going for? And she said, well, I only got 1 box of hooks, and that wasn't near enough. And she had white grid wall, we had black. And I said, well, we've got a whole box of black here if you want them. I said, now if it was Heather, she'd tell me no, that it had to be white. But she said, no, if you've got, that would be fabulous. And just couldn't believe, they were right across from us. Why not let her use them?
Well, we had black ones because we had black grid walls.
They were cute as they could be. Anyway, they've got a podcast. It's the Southern Pearls podcast, which would have been a good name for us.
It would have.
But
That's not our name.
that's not our name. But I just wanted to give a special shout out to them. And another story, there was a lady that came up and tried on one of Benita's sweaters.
Oh, this was probably the favorite
Of
moment
stories.
of the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was the Avix, A-V-I-X, by Jennifer Dasu, was the name of the sweater, the pattern. And she had done it in La-Di-Da DK cocktail. So it was a pretty red, kind of
Yeah.
a corally red.
Benita had done it. Benita had knit it. Yeah.
Yes. And the lady tried it on, and she walked around a little bit and got all the details about it. And then she said, can I go downstairs? I have a friend downstairs that I want to show the sweater to, and she can't make it upstairs. And Benita said, of course you can. So she went down, and then I had even forgotten she had left with it, and came back up, and Benita just looked at her and said,
Well, it was a longer transaction than that, really. I mean, she had gone and come back and gone and come back, and she just really liked how it fit.
and it did, it fit her perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Benita said, I think you need that sweater. I'll give that to you. And I don't want to cry. But she got teary-eyed. Benita got teary-eyed. And Benita gave her the
And
sweater.
I'm just looking at him. You're doing what?
Benita said it fit her too well. She couldn't not give it to her.
Yeah. Well, she did love it.
She did. We got a box that was to Benita and that was Nancy Brock. And she's from Cary, North Carolina. And she sent Benita a very nice thank you note and some chocolates. But that was just such a highlight, and
Right,
that
and
is
then-
so Benita.
Yeah, and then Casapinka came upstairs and said, everybody's talking about how you guys gave her a sweater.
So it was just a real fun time.
Yeah.
It really
It was a good event. Loading up in the rain wasn't quite as much fun, but
No.
you can't be perfect, right?
Or the flat tire on the way home.
Yeah, but if you were gonna have a flat tire,
We did it perfect.
it was timed great. But think about when you didn't have the cars that tell you
right.
when the air tire pressure is low. Because if that hadn't happened,
Right.
we'd have been SOL.
We'd have been on the side of the road.
Luckily, there were some nice guys that worked at Walmart that took care of us.
They did take care of us. They thought, I'm sure they went home telling tales about these women in this big truck
Or not.
that had a flat tire.
Yep. So
we got back from that, and all of us ended up sick.
right, you were sick first.
Yes.
Then I was sick,
Benita was sick.
and I just have stopped coughing.
But that
So,
was fun.
yeah.
That was fun. Thank you to everybody that came up and said they watched the podcast. I mean, it was just a real heartwarming time. We appreciate Donna for hosting it.
Yeah, and her, was it Megan? Was it Megan that helped me set up and helped me
was.
get everything up the stairs the first day?
It was.
So thank
Benita-
you again.
Benita and I weren't much help when it came to that.
Yeah. If you're anywhere close to Black Mountain, North Carolina, you've got to go see. And then I guess we could just talk about.
Send you home with my other one, and you
Well, I don't know what to do.
that one.
We could talk about
senders, so you can.
new events. We could talk about colors that I had for Black Mountain that we haven't talked
Well,
about before.
let's talk about the events.
Okay. All right. So you want to talk about what's next?
Well, next weekend, the weekend before.
No, we got Kemper here tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Kemper's here
We
tomorrow.
got Kemper here
Yes.
tomorrow. She gets in tonight sometime late.
Junk yarn
Yeah.
tonight, and then she'll be here Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that I get this up in time. I mean, we were supposed to do this morning, and we got busy here in the shop.
That color looks good on you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, that is your color.
Well, it hasn't. It's always been known to be a good color.
Yes, on you. Okay, so after that, next weekend, you're doing a trunk show at Chelsea Yarns.
Yeah. At Chelsea Yarns at Red Bank, New Jersey.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, can't imagine. Well, we've not done a trunk show there, but you know, all I can see. We've been there, of course, and all you see on Instagram of anybody else that comes is just a big party. So we're looking forward to that, and I'm gonna have bulky yarn there, and I've done a couple new colorways. I say a couple, probably more like 4 or 5, and I'm happy about those. Those will be in the shop. We'll do another podcast as soon as we get back, providing nobody's sick. As soon as we get back next week. And so that way the yarns, the new stuff, the new colors, the new bulky will be in the shop for Thanksgiving week. Because the next week is Thanksgiving.
I know.
So
But you might want to show the new colors that you did for Black Mountain.
Black Mountain, well, where do I start? Well, I have to start with Purple Cheetah. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is, and I think I've posted this on Instagram. So if you guys follow us on Instagram, you've seen this. But this is Purple Cheetah in DK, and then this is the mohair. Of course, I'll have this in all the bases, and we have it in the shop now, and everything except the bulky. So this was a lot of fun. So I'll tell you about the name Purple Cheetah, how it came to be, because you know Mom never gets any credit for naming it. But see, she wasn't trying to name it. And so anyway, we were at Rhinebeck, and I had come up with this color before, and I was saving it for Black Mountain, because you know you always have to save something. So anyway, somebody had posted a picture. Oh, I know who it was. It was the Spin Cycle girls, and Andrea and Damie, and they had posted a picture outside of their house at Rhinebeck. And was it whose sister?
It was Rachel's
Rachel's sister had
Little
on
sister.
the skirt, and it was a cheetah print, and it was purple and rust. Anyway, so I said, "Hey, Mom, I've told you this color is in. Go look at this picture on Instagram." So she looks at it, she goes, "What am I looking at?" I go, "You're looking at the purple and the orange skirt. You'll see it." And so she looked at it. She goes, "Oh, the Purple Cheetah?" So I said, "That's it." Because I had thought about naming it something else. I don't even remember what it is now that I thought about naming it. But I was like, nope, it has to be Purple Cheetah. So Purple Cheetah. Sorry, long story about that. Some people like stories. Paul says you have to have a story. So Purple Cheetah. Oh, and then Purple Cheetah, and then this is Better with Age. I don't know if you can see that. It is not black. It is not brown. It is a very, very deep aubergine, dark purple.
Eggplant.
Kind of an eggplant, but it's darker than eggplant. Anyway, so that's called Better with Age. And then let's see what else. Oh, then Love Child. And then this one's Love Child. And this is another lavender. It's a little bit different than Always a Bridesmaid. It's a different tone, but it's really pretty too.
It's a little grayer.
Yeah, it's actually
Goes great with those.
actually. So yeah, so Love Child, Better with Age, Purple Cheetah. You guys had seen Spice Cider before because I did that with the Love Bus.
Magic Carpet.
Oh yeah, Magic Carpet. So this is Magic Carpet. Now this is on the fingering. I've got it on DK. I don't have any currently dyed up in worsted. And it is also, it's similar to the way Purple Cheetah is, the process and how I dyed it. Again, it's got a lavender undertone with brown and a pretty red burgundy in it. And then this is the mohair.
Mohair is just gorgeous.
For it. So, don't have any samples done up in this yet. Do we? No,
No.
That's Purple Cheetah.
No, we don't.
So yeah, I was actually thinking about something to do in it, but I have to finish what I'm doing right now. So those were the yarns the special colors that we did at Black Mountain that are now in the shop.
Yes. And
So-
on the website.
And on the website. And then if you don't see it, you can always call the shop and say, hey Mom, I saw Magic Carpet on the podcast. What is, will Heather do it? Because usually I do it. So
She does.
I get those phone calls a lot.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's events.
Right? We can talk about the new yarns that. So when we left for Rhinebeck, we left Carissa with 2 big boxes
Oh, that's right, Volan.
of Olan. And, Jess does such a really, really good job.
So that's which base is that, Mom?
This is her single base.
Here. My arms are longer. You guys can see the color better. It's just really, really pretty.
And then this is the sock light.
So I'm just going to tell you, this is Baroque. If you're looking on the website and you're saying, what is that color? What is that gorgeous green color that Heather held up as Temptress? And then this one is Quarry. Quarry has always been one that I always pick out. She did her own palette for us this time.
She
though.
did, and
Yeah,
I mean,
she did a really good job.
hold this one up. So this is not in my color wheel,
Hey, it's kind of like the Purple Cheetah,
but it is.
but better.
So she makes me like colors that I don't usually gravitate toward.
Yeah.
I would not normally gravitate toward those.
So this one is Heartbreak. Can you guys see that? It is like Purple Cheetah. I mean, it's the same but different. And then this is Acorn. Really pretty. And then this one is Cognac. So, and again, what would you say this space was, Mom?
That's sock light.
Yeah.
And
So
we
how many
also-
yards is this one?
I
'Cause
believe
one of them has got more yardage.
this one, it's 464.
I just can't see.
Well, it's in meters, so you wouldn't know.
Oh. She's saying I can't do the translation. It's 464.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Would we get 30 colors of each base in?
Yes.
Crazy amount.
Yes.
And then we also got her
Cloudy.
Cloudy, which we didn't bring any over.
It's a Surrey alpaca.
Yeah, the
and
Surrey
silk.
alpaca and silk. We got a really good selection of that too.
We did.
I'm excited to see. She's going to start designing, Jess is.
I saw that. She's working on a hat.
And yeah, she's in Barcelona right now, but hopefully after the show she publishes that pattern, the hat pattern. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of stuff she comes up with as a designer. So
Designing's hard. Or at least for me it is. Then, thank you ladies. Last week we got in, you wanna hold these up?
skein?
Skein. from Australia.
And this is an MCN.
400 yards.
Yeah. So we got in some really nice colors. This is just one of the three, or some of the ones that Mom pulled. So mulled wine is this one. This one's desert bloom. And this one's polar bear. I was thinking, like, they come up with names and I go, dang, why can't I think of that? So this is a little bit plumper. 400 yards. It's a little bit plumper.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as tight a twist, but it's really soft and nice. So happy to have Skein back in the shop. We had had her a long time ago, and she stopped wholesaling, and she just recently started wholesaling again. Kristen.
We also have got Monos Franca.
I had to twist Mom's arm to get Monos.
Well, it's really pretty.
It is pretty.
So this is a super bulky, 114 yards. So it's a little more generous than some of the other super bulkies.
What is Rasta?
90 yards, I believe.
Okay. So it's a little bit more expensive than Rasta, but you are getting a little bit more.
You are. And the colors are just really... So this one is balloon. This one is cupcake. And this one is party.
So how many colors do we have of that, Mom? Because I know they had some on back order, and then is that what we just got in?
Mm-hmm. We probably have got 15 now.
Okay.
We do have a new order of Rasta in as well.
It's funny. I've been here most of the day today, and we actually were selling some bulky yarn today, because you say that it hasn't really been a call for it yet.
Well, apparently the weekend we were in Rhinebeck, everybody wanted it, and we didn't have it.
Right, and then we get it.
And then nobody's wanted it since. And the girl that was in today that wanted it is using it. She's a baby photographer, so she's going to use it
As a prop.
as a prop, yeah, as to make a blanket.
So that's why she needed a color that was neutral, not boy or girl.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the new yarns that we've got in.
That's the new yarns. We've got a lot of pom-poms in. Got the faux pom-poms that are really nice that come from Austria. And I've got colored ones coming. I sold all the colored ones first, and I was afraid to order those. So I reordered, and they'll be here on Monday.
So what I'm working on, I don't know if it really even counts, really. I was supposed to have it done. Any other person would have had it done this morning, or have it done right now, but this morning I made a mistake and I had to back it out, so I didn't get it decreased. So this is Northern Peak. It's just a worsted weight hat. I saw this Tracy from the Grocery Girls had talked about it when the pattern was released. It's by Jill Zielinski, and she's Knitterella on Instagram. So I only have a black and white pattern copy. You guys can see that there, but I'll hold this up. So I like the way that the little tree is here on the side. Of course, when that gets blocked, and it'll show up a lot better, but I thought it was really cute. It's an easy pattern. It's quick, and yeah, it would look good in a lot of colors. I went with the gray because I wanted to go lightest to make sure that my tree popped out. But I think Tracy used a pretty red color.
I think it would pop out.
No matter what.
I do.
Yeah, and it's really quick. I will say that. I've been doing it, working on it at night when we're watching Peaky Blinders. So that's that. So I'll have that finished. And again, this is worsted weight. This color that I'm using is Deco, if you were just curious. And it's not house yarns for that. What else am I working on? I'm still working on my Alicia Plum campsite sweater. I was hoping that you'd get to help me with that last night. at the house, that I would be done with the hat, and that you'd help me with my wherever I am on my sweater, because it's the kind of thing where there's this transition, and once I get the transition done, then I can just knit the sleeves.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't it be nice if I had that done before next weekend? Watch her laugh.
It would be wonderful if she has it done by next
Well,
weekend.
I mean, any other person would be able to get it done.
Are you any other person?
No, not any other person. It's not like I don't have still a bunch of yarn to dye to take to Christina's. So, even though I'm a little bit ahead of the game,
I am working on a test knit. This is Tammy Gore, and it is in fingering. You want to hold it up, Heather?
Yeah.
Be careful, don't lose my, because I'm in brioche.
so you have to have this done by what, the 27th or something?
Yeah.
Can you guys see that? So the bottom, see that lace there? Of course, that's going to show up
So
a little bit more when you block
go
it.
up over your shoulders.
Right.
And I've used
And
purple
just a little bit of
cheetah
brioche.
with Better with Age and Better with Age mohair.
Are you holding mohair throughout the whole thing?
Not in the brioche.
Oh,
but-
really?
Yeah, not in the brioche. Every other place you hold it.
Is that your choice, or is that just
That's
the way the pattern is?
That's the way the pattern is. And the name of the pattern is Stone Avenue. And again, it's a test. And I did ask if we could talk about it.
Right.
And she said certainly.
And that's Tammy Gore.
Tammy Gore. Well-written
Yeah,
pattern.
she's got some pretty things.
I've enjoyed working with her.
Yeah. Oh, what else you're working on?
I'm also working on the Ho-He
You guys have seen this on Instagram too.
Simple Summer Sweater. And it is super simple. I have half, maybe not, I'm probably further. I have to finish this lavender, and then when I start the next cider, you split for the hem.
Yeah, because you said the other night you were ready to split for the hem.
Yeah. And then just pick up the sleeves.
Are you going to do it long sleeve, or are you going to do it 3/4, or is the pattern long sleeve?
I think the pattern's 3/4. I might do it long sleeve in that it's a worsted weight sweater.
Right, and that it's cold.
Right.
It's really pretty.
So it just has increases in the yoke.
And then it's just stripes.
And then it's just stripes. You count 24 rows. One thing she did different is when you split for the sleeves, you have one short row that you do.
Why does she do that?
I think it's to raise up the back. But I've never done that before. So this back, this lavender, is 2 rows longer.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Okay, so if you look at it from the side, yeah. Okay.
It would be a great first sweater for somebody. I mean, it's really easy.
So, yarn wise, what size are you making for you? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
But generally speaking, it's 3 skeins of each color.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
And it's worsted weight. So, I picked out a couple. When Mom first started doing it, I kept saying, of course, I wanted her to do these colors too. And she finally said, okay. She kept wanting to do, what did you want to do?
I wanted to do Love Child and Better with Age.
Oh, she wanted to do these. She wanted to do that.
Which
would be really pretty too. It would.
probably looks more like me.
So I thought that these two would be pretty together. You know, of course, this is Dress For It and the same cider. What else? Oh, Dress For It, and this would be a little bit loud. And Such a Flirt would also be pretty. And there was another combo that I had. Oh, Deco.
That would be very
Yeah,
nice.
with dress for it also. It just, I don't know, maybe it's your knitting, the stitch definition, maybe it's the yarn, I don't know, but it just is really smooth and pretty.
Thank
So,
you.
I know it's not hard, but it looks really
Thank you.
elegant looking, so
Thank you.
anyway,
I'm supposed to have it done by next week.
you probably will. You're one of those people.
Am I one of those people? All right, so
What about what you're wearing?
before I do that,
Oh.
I want to just show real quick the stone crop that I finished it.
Mm.
Heather wore it
Yep,
Saturday
at Rhinebeck.
at Rhinebeck. Sleeves went faster. The one thing I will say, using the spin cycle, you have to be really careful that you don't lose your color work. And you can see there was a stripe or two that is a little iffy. Now the sleeves were and so the color work shows up better. But there was a row or two I could have pulled out and went on, but
Well, it probably isn't worth it to have done it, you know,
well, no, but I
because
mean,
overall it looks great.
well, it's just because I know,
Right.
I guess.
She has an order, I guess, in what she's going to do this in.
Well, no, we can talk about what we've got on. I was just moving things around.
Oh, okay.
This that I've got on, Carissa did,
Mm-hmm.
and it is Rippled Sand by
Isabel, right?
Isabel Kramer.
It's one of her newer shawl patterns.
Probably her newest.
Here, let's take it off. So this is 2 skeins of the dark color
And one skein of
and
the
1
contrasting.
skein of the contrast.
Now it looks different, and the reason it looks different
Yeah, see
is
that?
we did not put the tassels on it.
Okay.
So on Ravelry it has tassels on
Mhm.
it, so it looks a little different.
But she said it was easy to do, that this stitch looks harder than what it is.
Right.
Very pretty.
The shape of it I like really
Yeah,
well.
I like the way her shapes are. They're not just triangular. They're more
Asymmetric.
Asymmetrical, yeah.
But it's easy to wear. The tails are long enough
That you can wrap it.
that you can wrap it.
And this is
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey and Bee's Knees
It is.
in fingering. So,
But there's a lot of combinations
oh yeah, they're endless.
that you could do this with. I kind of thought the gray and the gold was timeless. So.
Kind of neutral.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I am wearing, this is by Jumper Cables. So you guys know about Groovy, probably.
And this one is called Feeling Groovy.
Yeah, this one's called Feeling Groovy. And it's the same concept as the Groovy as far as the pattern goes. You knit, kind of welts, and then you purl, and you keep switching back and forth. I see the welts there. I don't know if you can see it.
You can.
Yeah. And then you just Kitchenered it together.
I mattress stitched
You
it.
mattress stitched it.
Yeah, because I didn't have any live stitches to Kitchener it.
Well, it must have been how they told me to do it.
I'm sure it was.
Because if they had said I needed live stitches, I would have had live stitches.
That was how they said to do it.
Okay.
I will say this, it blocked out much bigger than it looked like it was
Yeah, it's
One-
it feels a lot looser.
than it did
Yeah,
when you were
the
knitting
fabric
it.
itself.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And
that-
this was just two skeins of DK.
I tried to get her to hold mohair with it and she wouldn't.
Well, I think it's because I tried it and it took me longer to do it. If you remember, I started this back in August or September when we went on the college trip with Luke. And I had started it with mohair. It was really, I really should have been on a needle size bigger.
Probably so.
It didn't quite look right for the needle size, but you could put mohair with it and it would really be nice.
It would really be pretty.
So, and it's warm. It's definitely warm.
Good.
But I can't have my point.
Yeah.
Can have a point in the
Okay.
center. So, and then we have, yeah, why don't you talk about that one?
This is the Namu, Namu cow. Carol did this for us. It's done in worsted. And there are 2 sizes, a small and a large.
Isn't that a free pattern?
It is a free pattern. So the small takes 1 skein,
It's great under a coat.
and the large takes 2 skeins of worsted. So it's pretty.
So I wonder if the large is large enough you can wrap it twice,
Yes,
or if
it
it just
is.
hangs longer.
No, it is long enough you can.
What was the name of that one again?
Namu, Namu.
Okay.
And it's done by Knitboo, and it is free.
So this was a lawn yarn
It was.
with a mohair of mine that is kind of a lime greenish color. I don't have a skein of it here to show you. The name of the mohair though is It Ain't Easy Being Green, and it really changed how this looks. But the name of the pattern, what was the name of it, Mom?
Iris.
Iris, by Sari Nordlund. And it's basically just a knit one, purl one.
But
Very cute though.
she starts it at the top of the hat.
Oh, so it's a different construction because she
Yes.
starts at the top.
So you start out on double points.
Chew!
Bless
Excuse me.
you.
So that's just an easy hat. I've been looking at a bunch of hats because I got to start gifting. Well, you know how it works.
Well, you got to do them all a hat. If you do one a hat, you got to do
You
them all a
know,
hat.
they all come in 2 days before Christmas and say, I hope I'm getting a new hat.
So, sorry, Norland. Let's talk. This is
Okay.
also.
Is it too tall?
No.
No, you can see it.
This
So
is
this is
done.
another one Carissa did. Carissa's our knitter.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, stone crop took you forever.
It did take me a long time. It is not a quick knit. It's not a hard knit,
Yeah.
but it's not a quick knit.
Yeah, it's not fast.
Like those 1-stitch cables and the bobble, that section is slow going.
Okay, so the name of this one, Onnen.
Yes.
Sari Nordlund again. And Carissa did a size medium here, and she used 5 skeins of worsted. Now this is Blue Eyes of Steel.
It
Surprise, surprise.
And it is just, it's plain in the back.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Those cables are just kind of, they're just not a tight cable. You know,
it's
it's
just
really
a loose,
loose,
soft
the
cable.
loose, soft cable.
Mm-hmm. Really pretty.
Yeah. So, and then
Twisted rib.
twisted rib at the bottom. Twisted rib cuff too,
Yep.
of course.
And at the collar.
Yeah, twisted rib is so nice. Oh,
All right.
Paris du jour.
And this is DK weight.
This is DK weight, and
Bees.
it was 3 skeins.
Bee's knees.
Bees knees. Yeah. And it's just so pretty. So you guys can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's so big. And the lace was a simple yarn over. Purl 2 together. And like Carissa was telling somebody earlier, this is done in grids. You just repeat the grids. It's not hard. I've done this too. So if it's not hard and I've done it, then anybody can do it. But yeah, so that's that. So this will be at Christina's,
Mm-hmm.
and the one you just had on will be at Christina's, right?
will.
What is it? Shifting sands? No, rippled sand.
Rippled.
Rippled.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you have your sweater done, and then we'll probably take this one too.
Yes, I think we
Yeah.
do.
And of course, I have to have the millies.
Gotta have the millies.
Gotta have the millies. I did wear all the millies at Rhinebeck. yeah, so I think that's everything that we've finished or are working on. Now, you know, there's some, let me look at my notes about something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, I haven't talked to you about this one. I really think I want to do the Max the Knitter cowl.
Yeah.
The Snuggle is Real.
Yeah.
We talked about it here in the shop. It's so cute, but it's got a mohair lining on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that construction is because I haven't printed out the pattern. And I only think about the colors, about combining the colors. I don't really think about the work that goes into getting it done.
Yeah.
I just want to see how the colors work.
Yeah.
It's kind of like quilting that way, in that the fun part about it is just seeing how the colors work.
So after you do one square, you're done.
Right, so after you do one square or two squares, then it's like the fun isn't the same. So anyway, so I'm thinking about that, but I also wanted to mention Amy Miller is doing a knit along with hats, and I think it's through the month of November. Every week she's doing another hat.
Oh, okay.
And she recently just did one. Well, the customers that were in earlier did it. Got yarn for it. Got the dyed in the wool.
Oh, yes.
Got the dyed in the wool and a fingering weight yarn. So I don't know. There's just, you can't have too many hats. Tiff Hand Knits has got a cute hat out too. I wanted to do that.
She's got a couple of really nice cowls too.
We think she's starting a new sweater. I would have liked to have met Tiff. I think she was at Rhinebeck, but I wouldn't have really known her to recognize her, I don't think. Oh, and then Chasing Rabbits has got a new cowl pattern out. She released it today.
Did she?
And that is a Chola cowl. Did you see it?
No.
I can show you guys this pattern by Dawn of Chasing Rabbits. It's really pretty. She used, of course, again, it's about the color. She used a cider color. I call it cider because that's what my name of it is, but I don't, let's see. This one is, oh, she doesn't say what color she used, but it's pretty. Looks like a wider cowl.
It is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
So another kind of like holiday thing. Mom says people aren't knitting for the holidays yet.
Well, Thanksgiving is a week late. So, you know, a lot of people don't feel like Christmas is coming until after Thanksgiving gets here. This year,
Then they're out of time.
This year it's a week late, which means Christmas will be, 3 weeks after Thanksgiving instead of 4.
Right.
Well, it may really still be 4, but it's going to feel like 3.
Well, there's a weekend that's missing or something, the way
Right.
it falls.
Right.
Yeah. So again, this weekend, Kemper is going to be here for a trunk show.
She is bringing fingering.
And mohair. Yep, she's bringing her Little Women collection.
Yes.
So.
And samples.
Mhm.
So that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
And then, we are going to be at Christina's again, Chelsea Pearls, next weekend. Both days we're going to be there, Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
So hopefully if you watch this and you're in that area, you can come see us and say hi. Both Mom and I will be there. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. And then we get to take a breather. And then it'll be time for Vogue. We get to take a breather, but it's not really a breather because it's the holidays and we've got Black Friday and we'll be busy slammed here in the shop. And so just to recap again, we will podcast after we get back from New Jersey and all of the new colors. If you watch us, I'll probably post some of the new colors between now and the weekend so that you'll see them. You'll kind of see what's coming. But I didn't really want to tease everybody here on the podcast and then them not be able to order it here in the shop if they wanted to. So anyway, so you can watch us on Instagram and see those colors that are coming.
We're Not House Yarns.
Not House Yarns on Instagram, nothouseyarns.com for the website, and the Knot House on Ravelry.
And the Knot House on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm sure people have all that figured out by now.
Yeah. What if
Yeah.
it's somebody new, you know?
True. So again, I want to thank everybody that watches us. I want to thank everybody that subscribes. Please subscribe if you haven't, and then you'll be notified as to when we do these, even though they're not as often as we would like to do them. But anyway, thank you for watching. Again, thank you for everybody that saw us and
Your support.
Yep.
It means the world to us. It really does.
remember the guy at Rhinebeck.
Yes.
The older
Oh,
guy.
and we were going to remember his name.
You said his name 3 times. I was going to test you to see if you knew what it was.
Yeah, no, I don't.
We were leaving Sunday right before it started raining. He was an older gentleman.
And
Relatively new knitter, I think.
yes, he said he'd only been knitting for like 18 months
Mhm.
and that his wife watched us.
I don't remember that part of the conversation, but
And that's how he knew.
he knits.
Yeah, but that's how he knew about us.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just really kind of nice because, you know, not that men don't knit, of course men do, but they're not necessarily going to watch our podcast.
Right.
And come up to, you know, at Rhinebeck and stop us and thank us. So it was kind of nice. So, all right. Well, I guess
think
we're
that's
done.
it.
So now it's up to me to go get this edited and
We'll
get it
see you
posted.
next time. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thank you for all your support.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.